in his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. It's Young on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made
and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They go play action. Mayfield escaping the press, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Brown able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Third and long for Mayfield. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Burns, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Young's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Here's Young from the shotgun. And once again, this is Sanders. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On play action, Young. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. They go play action. Young. Rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A 2nd down throw for Young. Able to get away. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Young off the play fake. And it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to get the football back at their own 17.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. and they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing. I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Mayfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here is Young. Here's a diving catch right side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into it. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Following the interception, Young. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
The object there was to get the ball to him on a quick slant, see if he could get loose and take one the distance. But the defense was prepared, and incompletion results.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Young. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Young now. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the score.
There he goes, right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. White not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
It's Young off play action. Steps away. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Young. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Young to throw it. Flushed out right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. On the move to his left. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst 27 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So we'll see what Young and his guys can do here as they walk up for the two-point try. They'll turn to Sanders. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time. And
we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Airing this one out for Evans. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Tompkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Throwing, Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bucs are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point safely through. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
It's a second down run with Sanders. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Young will set to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now here's Young. Out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Young. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage.
And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Young to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Young. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, 35 yards. As his guys have opened up a very oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, a run from White. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air once more, Young. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30, 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Here's White, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Young's throw there incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. The play fake. Now Young. Steps away. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. One last shot for Mayfield here. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this